In this video, I'll cover all the details concerning why we recommend a wire shelf rack for microgreens, where you can find one, and how to set it up. Congratulations on making the decision to grow your own microgreens. As you prepare to jump into this, one of the first things you'll need to get is a shelving rack to hold your trays of microgreens. Whether you plan to just grow 4 trays at a time or scale up to 20 trays, a 4-foot wide wire shelf rack is the best choice when it comes to growing microgreens. Your shelf rack will provide multiple benefits. It takes advantage of vertical space, it provides maximum airflow, it gives you a place to mount your grow lights, and provides you with some storage space. Using a wire shelf rack allows you to grow a lot of microgreens in a really small footprint of space. When you're growing in standard 10-20 trays, a 4-foot wide shelf fits 4 trays perfectly. With wire shelf racks, you can set up as few or as many shelves as you want to customize your grow space according to how many trays you plan to grow at one time. Wire shelves provide airflow to your trays. With constant watering and a lot of moisture, shelves made of wood will be prone to mold, which is the enemy of microgreens, and potentially hazardous to your health. NSF stands for National Sanitation Foundation. When a wire shelving rack says it's NSF certified, it means that the steel used to make the shelf has been certified as food safe for commercial kitchens. It's easy to sanitize and won't grow mold. Not only is using an NSF certified shelf rack a good safety measure when it comes to growing food, it's also a nice feature you can mention to your customers if you end up selling your microgreens for profit. For a consistent, healthy crop, microgreens need a good quality light source, preferably 16 hours a day. The nice thing about a wire shelving rack is that it also provides the perfect space to mount your grow lights above your trays of microgreens. The shelf racks allow you to customize the space between shelves. So when setting up your rack, you want to aim for 12 inches between each shelf. This is the perfect distance between your lights and your microgreens. Farther away could cause stretching. Stretching is when the plants are putting too much energy into growing taller to get closer to the light, and this leads to weak, spindly looking microgreens. Regardless of how tall you decide to make your shelving rack, the very top shelf can't be used for production since there's nowhere to mount lights above it. However, that makes a perfect space for storing your supplies, like extra trays, watering cans, tubs of seeds, things like that. My new microgreens shelving rack just arrived in the mail today, so we're gonna go ahead and unbox this guy. So while this is a 6-shelf rack, the very top 6th shelf will just be for storing things on top of it, so we'll have 5 shelves in production. This one comes with caster wheels. It's really nice to be able to move these things around and not just be committed to one spot. These are these plastic clips and they're super easy. They just clip right together. Tapered side goes up and then it kind of flares out, and that's going to be the downside. All right, everything is unpackaged and laid out. So I have my 6 shelves here, all of my plastic clamp pieces here, my top legs, my bottom legs, and my caster wheels for the very bottom. So we're gonna start at the bottom and work our way up. The bottom legs have these little black feet that are threaded in there, and then you can sub these out with the caster wheels if you want it to be movable or stationary, up to you. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is put on plastic clamps. And what you wanna do is count up 4 lines at the very bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then our clamps are gonna go just above that so that there's 4 lines showing. There's a little snap when it locks in place. I'm gonna set that over here, and we're gonna do the same for the other legs, counting up 4 lines from the bottom. All right, now that I have all of my black clamp pieces snapped on, we're going to install our first shelf. And the easiest way to do that is to have it on a counter space or a work table like this and do it upside down. We're gonna take these guys and put them in upside down as well. You can also do this on its side, on the ground. Very doable. This is probably the easiest way though, to do this upside down, just to get you started. Yeah. All right. Give each of these a little snug because these really are just compression fitted. Okay, now that these are all in place, we're gonna pick this up and set it down. There we go. Now we can take our plastic clamps once again, and this time we're gonna count up 12 lines in between every shelf, and that'll get us perfectly spaced until we reach that top 6th shelf. So I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, 11, 12, and then just above the 12th is where I'm going to install this, snap it in place. You're not clamping it on the 12th line, you want 12 in between. Now we can put on our second shelf, this time from the top down. And repeat. And shelf number 3. And there it is. The second piece will obviously be exactly like the first piece, but we have these threaded ends, which will then go on top, and you just repeat the process, and the very last shelf will be right on the very top. The spacing will be perfect. So there you have it, all the reasons why a wire shelf rack is the perfect choice for growing microgreens, and a step-by-step on how to set it up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're finding these videos valuable, and make sure to check out our website below in the description for top quality, certified organic microgreen seeds. Other than that, thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. And from all of us here at Modern Grower, we wish you the best on your growing journey.